Welcome to Enchanted Lore. In today's video, we will continue our series by converting the skills for D&D 5e and Pathfinder 2e. There are many similarities between the skills for Pathfinder 2e and D&D 5e, which lends to an easy conversion and a sense of familiarity. With Pathfinder, it has 17 skills, whereas 5e has 18 skills. On the screen, you will see the skill lists for both systems. Pause the video and see if you can identify the differences. Anyways, if we rearrange the view like this, then it should make it easier to see the similarities and differences. In the section showing the skills that are similar, we want to call out how the religion skill uses intelligence in 5e, but wisdom in 2e. The same thing for the nature skill. For the skills that are different, let's start with animal handling, which is now part of the nature skill for 2e. Persuasion is renamed to diplomacy, and sleight of hand is thievery. It gets interesting with how Pathfinder 2e handles perception. In D&D 5e, perception is a skill, but in Pathfinder 2e, it is like a skill in that it uses attribute bonus and uses the Pathfinder's 2e version of the proficiency bonus, but it is not in the skill list and it's its own separate thing. Kind of like passive perception is for D&D 5e, except that it does so many more things. From a skill check perspective, perception would handle the insight, investigation, of course, the perception skills that would be handled in 5e. So all of these would be bundled into this one non-skill skill. Additionally, within D&D, when having the players roll for initiative, they roll 1d20 plus their initiative modifier, which is usually their dex modifier, and then any bonuses they might have from skills or spells or class abilities. The reason we bring this up is because in Pathfinder 2e, perception will be used in most cases to determine the initiative. Moving on, for the history skill, it converts into the society skill.
You know, we're living in a society.
Now, let's briefly talk about the different knowledge skills. D&D has Arcana, History, Nature, and Religion. Pathfinder 2e has Arcana, Nature, Occultism, Religion, Society, and a skill called Lore, but more on that in a minute. We've already talked about Arcana, Nature, Religion, and the relationship between society and history. But with regards to occultism, this is like a blend between Arcana and Religion, as it focuses on ancient philosophies, supernatural creatures, and mysticism. It helps with things related to the astral plane or the void. Lore is a skill that you get from your character's background and helps with providing information in very specific use cases. For example, if your character served in the armies, then they may have the military lore skill. Or perhaps your character grew up in a small village by the sea and has the fishing lore skill. Well, there are 40 lores to pick from. This now brings us to crafting. In D&D 5e, this is done by the various tool proficiencies. Whereas in Pathfinder 2e, this is a skill. Granted, depending on what you want to create, the character may need to invest in some additional feats. We hope you found this video to be informative. Stay tuned for next week's video on where we complete the cycle with converting Pathfinder 1e to Pathfinder 2e. That's it for today, and thank you for watching.